Hello and welcome to another episode of The Average EV. Today we're taking just a short little trip to Newmarket, Maryland to check out the site, which will be a really incredible IONNA Rechargery location. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, I'm on the way to Newmarket, just about 10 minutes out. Just want to go check out the site. I've been there before, but now that I've seen the site plan, I'm going to kind of see it and visualize it for myself and show you all what it is and why I think it's such a great location. Additionally, I just got the new iPhone and there's a new feature for dual capture. So I wanted to kind of test that out with you all, see what you think about it. Kind of opens up some new format, I guess, for me in my videos. Having a dual camera setup is annoying because you have to like set it up and then you have to sync the audio, sync the video and audio, and it's just it's a lot more work. Not that I'm not willing to do it. I do it for some videos, but this dual capture function could make things a lot easier, and also on road trips give you all a little bit more to look at than my face. So. Or just the road. So gonna test that out. Once we get on the road here, you'll see the scenic back roads of Frederick County, and then we'll be at the future site of the IONNA Rechargery. All right, everybody, so we're here on some Frederick County back roads, and I want to just take this opportunity to talk about IONNA. If you've been watching my channel at all, you know I've done a lot of coverage, and that's just because I'm interested in them. I think they bring a high quality product that is going to provide a good experience for all EV drivers. And that's simply it. All these auto manufacturers came together, and created this pot of money that's being used to build out this network. And so far, Seth Cutler and the rest of the IONNA team are killing it, crushing it. They're getting sites. They're being pretty open and transparent about sites, and they like to let people know when fences are up and when sites are open, and it's really wonderful. Almost every time I've used IONNA, it's been a good experience. There's been a couple times I was in, I believe it was Abilene, Kansas, the one that has the barbecue. Well, actually, it's nothing right now. I think they said they're looking for a new vendor. But I actually had a failed charging session. They told me that it was a software update, so I hope that's true. And then there was no bathroom to use because the restaurant wasn't open. But they've made it very clear that they're working on adjusting that site to make it a better experience for their drivers, which is good. And that's another reason why I like IONNA. They listen to the drivers, they listen to customers, they do some outreach events as well, so that they can get feedback, and it's really wonderful. And they're also very responsive on Twitter and other social medias, Plugshare as well. So they're, like I said, they're just killing it at this point in time, and I would love to keep supporting them through their growth period. And as they pop up, I hope you all would too as well. Their pricing seems to be pretty good, pretty competitive. This is just my speculation, but I think the current pricing, because they call it introductory pricing at most of the sites, I think that's going to end up being the member price, and then they'll have a non-member price above that. That's just my speculation, but that seems to be likely, or maybe it'll be just slightly more than introductory, and then they'll have the non-member pricing. So we'll see how that rolls out. Additionally, IONNA has worked with their partner OEMs, the 8 that founded IONNA, and has been working with plug-and-charge integration. So all the GM products and some other brands as well have plug-and-charge, which is really nice. It's a really great experience, and I really enjoy using it. So why is this site, I'm super cruising by the way, why is this on a back road? But why is this site so important? Well, this site is right off 70. It's a critical place for people who are traveling on 70 in Maryland, going to Frederick, DC, going to Baltimore, stuff like that. So I think this is actually going to be a pretty highly utilized site. They have another site that's actually going to open very soon, probably this week, maybe next week. I'm going to go check it out once it is open in Middletown, Maryland. It's a really cool site. It's got some really good restaurants around it. Cinco de Mayo and Fratelli's are both restaurants that I'm extremely familiar with because they kind of started in Carroll County, from what I can tell, and then kind of blossomed out. So they're both really good restaurants. And Fratelli's also they home make all their pasta, which is really good. So if you ever go there, you know, get some pasta. And I think there's a barbecue place coming too. I don't know about the barbecue place. But anyways, it has good amenities for the most part. The biggest issue is just it's really far off of 70. And additionally, you can't return westbound from where you are, so then you have to drive even further to go up to get back to westbound 70. So for the locals, it will be a good spot. For people who are traveling east, it'll be a good spot. But for people who are traveling west, it might be a little cumbersome to like pop over and then have to go really far out of the way. And even for people traveling east, it's about, I think it's 10 or 12 minutes. I timed it off the highway. So it's still gonna be a good site. But I was really, when I saw that, and I know that they're trying to build out the I-70 corridor, I was a little bit like, oh, that's the site you're going with. Interesting. I thought they would have maybe tried to get the new market site open faster, but I know how permitting goes, and I know it takes time, and there's logistics, and it looks like for the new market site they had to go through some like multiple revisions and drafts of the actual site layout itself. But this new market site is going to have its own little lounge, which is nice, bathrooms, and all the other amenities you would ever want at an EV charging location. So anyways, that's kind of my little spiel about IONNA, why I like it, where they're going, and why I'm you know, big on them, and hopefully they can keep meeting my and other EV drivers' expectations. So now we're about 3 minutes out from the new market site. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here, and then I will turn the camera on as we're driving into the site so you all can kind of see how you would access this charging location. All right, everybody, so as you can see right over there, that's where 70 is, so super easy access to 70. There's also a Rivian Amazon delivery van right in front of us, well behind this Honda, if you can see it. So really easy access to the highway. And then what we're gonna do, we turn left in here, or you can take, if you're coming from the other way, you go, oh, another Amazon, Rivian Amazon delivery van. Look at that. I've been seeing a lot of those in my neighborhood. So we're gonna make a left here. Should probably turn my turn signal on. And then you go up here and you turn right. There is it's a CVS, or I think it's a CVS, and then a Popeyes at the actual location itself. Across the street, there are some other options as well, and I'll kind of show you all that as we get going. All right, so we're turning here. Gonna get over in the right lane. There's a Burger King, a McDonald's, there's a Highs, there's a Morgan's American Grill here. We do have to go one light. You've never heard of Morgan's American Grill. Oh, and a Dunkin'. So you would have to walk right here on the grass, on the sidewalk to get there. But then up here, so you'd have to walk down the sidewalk to get to those locations. There's a Food Lion across the street. But here it is, the CVS, and then we would turn right in here. And then basically, based on the mock-ups, you would just go straight. It's gonna be right here, and it's gonna hook around into this area. So there it is. And then I'm gonna go park, and I'll kind of walk around and show everybody, but there's not a lot of markings except for this pole right here as well. So let's go park and check out the area. Look at that excavator. You know, my son, he like loves excavators, and he's also really big into trains right now. Yesterday he went on a train ride with his grandparents. So all right, so we're all parked there. Let's get out and go check out the future site. All right, everybody, so here is where you'll come down. and then this will be the main entrance into it, and then it's gonna hook here around the left, and it's gonna be a pretty nice spot. You can easily walk across the street if you need to go to Popeyes. Oh, here's some animals. Oh, it's a bird. Oh, let's do the 8x zoom. Get that, where's the bird at? That's not very clear, is it? Anyways, but yeah, you can easily go over to Popeyes, or if you want to walk across the street. I have to see if there's any crosswalk or anything like that. And then there is the CVS over there. And then yeah, this is where it's gonna be one day. I'll 0.5 y'all so you can see it, and you can hear. Well, I don't know if you can, but I can hear the highway, I-70 out there. So it's gonna be a nice spot, highly utilized spot. And definitely a great pick for IONNA to install a pretty decent sized rechargery. All right, everybody, so what's going on there? Did you all just see that? Okay, he's not paying attention. He has right turn signal and then he turned left. Anyways, let's check out the sidewalk situation. So there's definitely already room there for sidewalk access to the IONNA Rechargery. We got a sidewalk here. And then I'm gonna intentionally not go over this light just so we can see what we got going on. I don't actually see a crosswalk to go over to the Food Lion. So if you want to go to Food Lion, you'd either have to cross without a crosswalk, or you would have to just drive over once you're done charging, which isn't super convenient because obviously, you know, while you're dwelling, you could get some groceries if you wanted, but not the end of the world. Or maybe like if it's two of you, like one person could drop the other person off and then go plug in. So yeah, pretty decent spot. I wish that the McDonald's and Burger King was closer, but you could definitely drive by there when you want when you leave, sorry, so you can grab some food for the road. All right, everybody, so that's all I have for today. Let me know what you thought about the dual capture. I thought it was pretty good for the most part. I need to hold my arm out a little bit further so it's not too close to my face, so don't put it in the comments. I know I saw it, but I do want to get your all's feedback. Also on the placement, I think I put it right here. I think that's probably the best place. But let me know your thoughts, or if you think it's dumb, I don't know. I think it would be nice in certain instances just to give you all a little bit more to look at, because you know, I know it can be boring to just look at a road for like, you know, a minute long clip. So let me know your thoughts about that, and let me know your thoughts about this site and IONNA. I know people are skeptical. People are always skeptical about new things. I guess we have to approach things with a little bit of skepticism, but I am very optimistic as well about IONNA because they have, to this point in time, been delivering. They've been responsive, and that's kind of what you need to do to be a successful business. And it seems that they want to be a successful business and prove that, you know, EV charging is good enough in the US so that people are going to want to buy EVs from, you know, these 8 auto manufacturers, if not more than that. So yeah, so anyways, thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, please remember to give a like, a subscribe, hit the notification bell. By the way, once we hit 9,000 subscribers, there might be a giveaway to celebrate 10,000, so be on the lookout, and I will catch you all next time.